Dragon. Early evening. Pale summer light falls through the windows onto the tables. 5 Asians in a tiny kitchen of the Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese fast food restaurant.
A young Chinese man beside himself with toothache. Oh! Oh, the pain! Oh, the pain! The pain! Oh!
Don't cry!
Oh!
Don't cry!
Oh, the pain!
He's in pain.
Oh.
The boy's in pain.
No crying! No crying!
No screaming, but he does scream. He screams and how he screams.
Oh, the tooth hurts so much! It hurts so much! Oh.
We're in the tiny kitchen of the Chinese Thai Vietnamese restaurant, standing around the boy. No screaming, no screaming. How he screams.
Number 82, pad thai guy, fried rice noodles with egg, vegetables, chicken, and spicy peanut sauce, medium hot.
Toothache.
The boy's got a toothache.
Stir it! Keep stirring!
The boy.
Out front, 2 stewardesses sit down at a table by the window. Table 11. Hello!
Don't scream like that.
The first stewardess says, hello. The second stewardess says, oh, hello. Hello.
That tooth must come out.
May I offer you a drink to start?
Oh God, the tooth! Oh God! Oh God!
A mild evening in late summer. An old man with gray hair, very thin, haggard, sick maybe, stands on the balcony of his apartment. His granddaughter had been visiting him, grandfather, granddad. She lives upstairs in the same building with her boyfriend in the little apartment under the roof. And tonight she was going to tell her grandfather something special. Something very special, but she doesn't. Because her grandfather seems lost in thought or worries. Below them, the red lanterns of the Chinese, Thai, Vietnamese restaurant, the Golden Dragon. Apparently everyone working in the kitchen there is Vietnamese, but whether that's true. The old man says, if I could have one wish. Pause. If I could have one wish.
Next to the old man on the balcony stands a young woman, not yet 19. She is strikingly young and strikingly beautiful. She says, what is it? What would you wish for, Granddad?
The old man looks at the young girl. My granddaughter. I look at my granddaughter. You. Short pause. You young thing. Short pause. You look wonderful.
You think so? You really think so, Granddad? Pause. When I get to be your age, what will I look like then?
I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to be around to see that. I laugh.
You're laughing.
I'll be dead a long time before then. I'll be dead and buried a long time before then.
What was it? What were you going to say?
What?
What you were going to say. You just said if I could have one wish.
Yes, I said that. If I could have one wish.
He pauses for a long time, stands there with the empty wine glass in his hand. On the table are empty foil containers. Number 101, sukiyaki fried beef with straw mushrooms, bamboo shoots, and glass noodles. And number B6, the carrot curry, a Vietnamese specialty. I got them to take away downstairs in the Golden Dragon. He looks into the dusk. He says nothing, then...
And you? What would your wish be?
Yes. What... You've not said what your wish would be.
Pause.
In the kitchen of the Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese restaurant, the Golden Dragon. It's cramped. Very cramped, no room. And still there are 5 Asian cooks working here. One of them's got a toothache. The boy that's looking for his sister. The new one.
We call him the
Oh,
boy.
the pain!
Toothache.
Oh, it hurts, it hurts!
No screaming.
Screaming burns energy.
We call him the boy because he's new.
And because he's not been here so long, he's still new, and he's got no money, he's got no papers. So a dentist is out of the question. Don't scream so loud.
An apple juice and a glass of white wine. The drinks for the stewardesses.
The tooth must come out.
How?
Out with it.
Out with it.
There's no other way.
Out with it.
The man in the striped shirt. Late 30s, maybe. Already had a bit too much to drink. He's alone in his apartment. He's sitting at the kitchen table. He looks at the table, the fridge. His girlfriend has left him. Or she's thinking about it, and now he hopes she'll come back. He says, I wish she had never met him. If she had never met him, bit crude, little desperate. If she had never met him, sudden gesture, and I spill beer over my trousers.
Two young people who share the little apartment under the roof. Lovers. They've only been living together a couple of months. A wonderful time. One they'll never forget. Downstairs, the Golden Dragon. The young woman has just returned from seeing her grandfather, who lives in the same building. Her boyfriend, the young man, says, "How in the world could that happen?"
She goes, I don't know.
How could that happen?
I don't know how. I don't know how it would happen.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
I have no idea.
You said.
Me?
You said nothing could happen.
Yes, that's right. I have no idea how it could have happened.
This is a complete disaster. A total disaster. Everything was going so well. Just a moment ago, it was all going so. And now, how are we supposed to? You're much too. Short pause. The money. Where are we supposed to get? Short pause. The apartment's too small for three. And in the fall, you wanted to, you were going to. Short pause. A total disaster.
In the kitchen of the Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese fast food, the Golden Dragon, the hot woks, the gas stove, the deep fat fryer, the clock, the Vietnamese calendar. He always likes the wrong things. Like candy, he always had a dangerous penchant for sweets, even back home.
Show me the tube. Oh God, it's completely black.
The stewardess's order. Number 25.
And number 6.
Number 25, Chinese noodle stir fry, and one number 6, Thai soup with chicken.
Completely black.
It really hurts.
You have to go to a dentist.
What dentist? How can you go to a dentist?
131, 217 for the table in the corner, and a 25 and a 6 for the women by the window. Table 11.
Number 31, Gai Gras Priawan, crispy chicken breast with morels, pineapple, and peach, and sweet and sour sauce.
Number 17, bouncy in 3 pieces. Steamed dumplings filled with pork and vegetables. Homemade.
Number 25, Bombay pot, fried egg noodles with filet of chicken breast and fresh vegetables.
Number 6, Thai soup with chicken, coconut milk, Thai ginger, tomatoes, button mushrooms, lemongrass, and lemon leaves. Hot.
The ant gathered provisions tirelessly all summer long, while his neighbor, the cricket, made music day and night. She fiddled away day in and day out, while the ant worked and worked, carrying the heaviest provisions into his burrow. while the song of the cricket wafted across the fields. But then winter came, and the winter was cold. The frost came, and the snow came, and the cricket could find nothing left to eat. She was starving. No music anymore. Finally, the cricket went to the ant, where else could she go, and asked him for something to eat.
Can't you give me something to eat, please? I haven't eaten for days.
No answer.
Please, I'm so hungry.
No answer. And the ant avoids the cricket's eye. The cricket looks terrible.
Please, please, I need something to eat.
Please, please, we need something to eat.
Now the ant looks up.
I'm giving you nothing. You didn't do a day's work all summer, not a single day. I'm giving you nothing. As far as I'm concerned, you can starve. You'll get nothing. You'll get nothing from me.
In the kitchen of a 4-room apartment a couple of floors above the restaurant, the Golden Dragon, the man in the striped shirt, who spilled beer on his pants, and a woman in a red dress, in the corner of the stainless steel fridge they bought together. Most of the things here are joint purchases, acquisitions for a shared future, those weekend visits to the furniture and cutlery sections of department stores. In the early days, they didn't have much then. There was so much they didn't have. We need a peppermill. We need a corkscrew. We need a new frying pan. Why? What's wrong with the old one? The old one's broken. We need some glasses. What do you think of this lamp? We need a salad bowl. She's come back. Now you turn up, says the man in the striped shirt. Now you're here. But it's too late now. It's too late. I don't want you anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't anymore. I've waited and waited and waited and hoped. Yeah, sure. No, now it's too late. He drinks. If only you'd never met him. Look at how I look. Spilled beer on these pants and this shirt. These shitty stripes. You know, I came straight from work. I came straight here. I was hoping to see you here. We've got to wear this. Everyone wears the suit and tie. Yeah, that's the way it is. This is my life.
How do you like my dress? The dress that you... Short pause. I thought I'd wear it again. I wanted to... Why can't we go downstairs for something to eat? Just go. We'll just keep going like nothing ever happened. Short pause. How are we going to... Short pause. Do you want everything back? The earrings? The jewelry? Short pause. The ring? Do you want the ring back?
The way you look in the dress, in this dress, that you're stunning. Stunning.
Hair. It disappears. Teeth. They fall out. When you're old. Toothbrush. Who'd have thought that your teeth really do fall out? I I could be the way I was again. Young. I wish I was young again. I would so love to be the way I once was.
Downstairs in the Golden Dragon.
Number 103. Twice fried beef with bamboo shoots, onions, peppers, vegetables, and garlic. Hot.
Dish number 103, extra hot, for the man from the convenience store next door to the Golden Dragon. As always, to go.
What is that?
This is a rattle.
A rat.
And this is a musical clock.
In the little apartment under the attic, the young couple who were having such a wonderful time until now in their first apartment. Why did you get all this?
So...
Why?
So you could get used to it. So you'll be happy.
But I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
Got these things to make it easier for you to start being happy.
How am I supposed to start if I'm not happy?
The ant says to the cricket,
You'll get nothing. You get nothing from me. You want something, you have to work for it. Short pause. But you can't do anything. You've got no skills.
In the kitchen of the Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese restaurant, the Golden Dragon. Drink it, drink some vodka.
The boy has tears in his eyes.
30 years old, born and raised on the Yellow River, very far from here.
Drink drink some vodka.
The thin one pours vodka into the boy's wide open mouth.
Number 74, Bangkok style duck red curry with fresh mushrooms, bamboo shoots, roasted onions, cucumber, and coconut hot. The little Chinese boy screams and screams, and he's not used to vodka.
The toothache is unbearable.
Number 51. Pad Med Mamamyang. Beef and sachet sauce with peppers, onions, carrots, and cashew nuts.
Keep it up and he's gonna pass out on
He's
us.
about to pass out on
The
us.
tooth must come out.
The tooth must come out. Ow!
The pain, the pain.
Under the small sink, everything's small, everything's cramped, everything's hot. There are 5 of us working in here.
Everything crammed, a few square meters of tile, 4 or 5 maybe, the gas cooker, the heat factory, the work surfaces. Next door, a little room for storage, a clock on the wall, and a calendar with pictures from Vietnam, from the Vietnamese wholesaler. I would love to go to Vietnam. The coast is supposed to be gorgeous.
Ow! Number 13, satay sticks, chicken and peanut sauce.
Under the sink.
Under the sink, the toolbox.
The toolbox. Red pliers. They're used all the time for the gas cooker.
Not the pliers. Please, not the pliers.
No fear. Have no fear, my
And
friend.
that one pours vodka over the fires. I pour some more vodka in his mouth. It helps, it helps. Drink it down.
Open your
Drink it
mouth.
down, drink it down.
Open your mouth.
No.
Drink it down. A fat one pours, I pour more vodka in his mouth.
Which one is it then? This one
The
here?
fat one taps on the tooth with the pliers.
incisor. Doesn't look good. Or is it the left one? Well, that doesn't look good either.
The fat one taps on the tooth with the pliers.
They both look bad.
Next to the Golden Dragon, a little convenience store that's open late into the night. They've got everything. Food, alcohol, tobacco, everything you need. Noodles, oil, spices, rice, cheese, meat, canned goods, frozen dinners, milk, ice cream, vegetables, fruit, yogurt. They've got daily papers, weekly papers, lottery tickets. They've even got soap, toothpaste, cleaning products, diapers. Everyone can find what they're looking for here. It's got everything. The shop is so full, there's hardly room to move. The proprietor, the grocer Hans, has ordered something to take away at the Golden Dragon. Number 103, it's always ordered, as usual. Twice fried beef with bamboo shoots, onions, peppers, vegetables, and garlic. Hot. Extra hot.
The ant asks the cricket what she can do, whether she can do anything special.
What can you do? Dance. Well, dance something for me then. Come on, go on, get going. Show me. Show me something and then maybe you'll get something to eat. You can dance for me.
The cricket dances.
Yeah, it's pretty. But what do I do with it? What can I use it for? It's quite pretty when you dance. But really, doesn't interest me. Doesn't interest me at all.
In the kitchen of the Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese fast food, the Golden Dragon, the old one takes a small wooden stick and throws the hole in the tube.
The stick, a wooden stick like we used for number 13, satay 6 with peanut sauce, is inside the hole in the boy's tube.
The Wiggly Hollow. That's the one.
That's the one?
That's the one.
That one?
That one.
Number 43, Gan Khao Wan Pa, green curry with mixed vegetables, Thai ginger, and coconut, medium hot.
Don't scream! Don't scream! Not so loud, it's almost over.
The ant makes suggestions to the starving cricket. Cleaning.
You can clean. Want something, have to earn it. What if, how about you do some cleaning? Sure, go on, do some cleaning. Or, that gives me an idea.
In the Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese restaurant, the Golden Dragon.
The old one applies the pliers.
I apply the pliers, and it's not easy, because the boy, he's striking his head back and forth again. Back and forth, back and forth.
other ants. The ants are hot for the cricket. They think she's vulgar. They think she's sexy. They're turned on by her accent and by the fact that she speaks the language of the ants. They've already taught her the words they think are most important. To the ants, the cricket is a sexy slut. The ants do whatever they want with the cricket. They take her rough. They fuck her ragged. Often one after the other. In exchange, the cricket gets something to eat afterwards. But sometimes she gets nothing. Then the ants say the cricket should be happy. Happy she's got a roof over her head. They say the cricket should be happy. Happy the ants don't send her away. Back into the snow.
The Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese restaurant, the Golden Dragon.
The old one applies the pliers.
I apply the pliers, and it's not easy, but the boy is rising his head back and forth again. Back and forth, back and forth. Archer, I yank out the wrong tooth by mistake, one that's still good, but the kid would hold him tight. I'll him all about you.
Number B2, bun dolce, rice noodles with crispy fried spring rolls, a salad, beans, sprouts, roasted onions, peanuts, Vietnamese basil and coriander.
Be calm, boy. Nice and calm.
No,
He
no.
applies the pliers.
Number 82, pad thai, stir-fried rice noodles.
I apply the
The
pliers.
boy screams. He sees the pliers.
We call him the boy.
He yanks the tooth out of my mouth. He yanks it out of me. He yanks it out of me.
And the tooth flies through the air.
I rip the tooth out of his mouth, the right incisor, and the bloody half-rotten tooth flies through the air.
High through the
The
air.
tooth flies and flies and flies.
The woman in the red dress has packed a few things. Only essential clothing. Everything else is staying here. The acquisitions for a shared future. Corkscrew, peppermill, the frying pan, the lamps, the glasses, the salad bowl, her husband. Her former husband was quite drunk by the end of their talk. And in the end, he ran off to buy some more to drink in a little shop downstairs. Beer or wine or vodka. The woman in the kitchen. He hasn't come back. She won't wait much longer. It can't be. Short pause. It can't be that I married the wrong man. Short pause. It can't be that everything is falling apart now. Short pause. And that it's my fault. Short pause. Not long ago, I've met another man.
You've what?
I've met another man.
That can't be.
It's true. It happened. Short pause. He just came my way by chance.
Where? Who?
At choir rehearsal, he just joined. Good looking, sense of humor. One time afterwards, after rehearsal, he treated everyone to drinks later. He could dance. He could dance really well.
You danced with him. Pause.
Yes. Short pause. Yes, I did. Short pause. I've fallen in love.
And now, I'm just...
I never intended to leave my husband because of this, never. Only it kept getting stronger. Too big. Suddenly being with this other man seemed so much bigger to me than anything my husband and I had ever experienced. It all paled.
You lied to me.
And then finally, a secret weekend in Venice, and I lied. I said I was with my best friend Ava, who I'd known since elementary school when we both ran around in pigtails. Ava is always away anyway, and she even lives here in the building. Ava lied for me. She covered for me. She said it was great in Venice. And it was beautiful. Really beautiful.
The tooth flies and flies.
Flies and it flies.
Flies and it flies through the tiny kitchen of the Golden Dragon.
The ripped out tooth flies and flies.
Flies and flies and lands in the wok.
Oh!
Number 82, hot dog ice cream fried rice noodle. What is that? What is that? You're nuts, you know that. You're nuts.
She is 69 years old, almost 70, born on the northern edges of the Chinese highlands, far away from here, and now she's trying to fish the tooth out of the wok with a large spoon.
Still waiting on the soup, the number 6.
Out with the tooth, out of the wok filled with stir-fried rice noodles, number 82. I am trying to fish it out of the wok with this spoon.
Number 6, Thai soup with chicken.
And then the tooth shoots out of the wok, flies, and lands in the soup bowl. Number 6, Thai soup with chicken, coconut milk, ginger, tomatoes, button mushrooms, lemongrass, and lemon leaves, hot. Number 6 is on its way with the skinny one, the pretty one, 26, not even 50 kilos from the Gulf of Tonkin.
Table 11, 2 women by the window, 28 and 31, both in the dark blue uniforms that flight attendants wear. One has dark brown hair, the other is blonde. They both come here a lot. They live together here in the building. They share an apartment together, and the dark one has a boyfriend who she brings with her, sometimes, to the Golden Dragon. The dark one had order number 25, Bommy Pop fried egg noodles with chicken breast and fresh vegetables. The other one, the number 6, the Thai soup with chicken, coconut milk, Thai ginger, tomatoes, button mushrooms, lemongrass, and lemon leaves. Hot. They're both tired. They both have a long flight behind them. They've come from Santiago de Chile. That's almost at the southern edge of the world. They flew over the Andes, and then they had a stopover in Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires is supposed to be beautiful.
But they didn't have a chance to see the city.
And then they talk about things like suitcases with wheels and uniforms and colleagues. The two of them share an apartment right here in the building.
And the pretty waitress brings them their food. 125, number 25, Bommy Pop fried egg noodles with chicken breast and fresh vegetables. And one number 6, the Thai soup with chicken.
And then they eat in silence.
She's not a bad little girl. Have you ever? You gotta give it a try. She'll do anything. To get something to eat, she'll do anything. Anything. No, really, anything. Anything. Anything you want.
It wasn't such a good idea to go for a meal together after such a long flight. What's left to talk about? It would have been better if they had just gone straight to their apartment, but this is what had been arranged, and that's what they stuck to.
But after an 18-hour flight, they don't have much left to say to each other.
Nothing new at any rate.
And the air in the plane. The long flight.
The long flight over the water. And later on the TV screens, you can see how the plane creeps up the west coast of Africa at 500 miles per hour.
And the air in the plane is terrible. Whenever I fly over the Atlantic, I always think of sharks.
But when you look down out of the window, you don't see much.
The plane was booked to the last seat. Chileans, Argentines, Bolivians with their Indio faces.
The meal is being served. There's a choice between chicken fricassee or pasta.
And after having flown over Angola, Gabon, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, and when they're high above Gambia and Senegal and Mauritania, Inga, one of the stewardesses, says to Ava, the other stewardess. Look down there.
What is it?
Look.
I don't see anything.
There.
What is it?
Look.
I can't see anything. There's only water.
No, there.
Where?
There. Isn't that a boat?
A boat. How could you see that from here?
Yes, a boat. A boat full of people. Don't you see it?
From 33,000 feet up.
Once an old man came to the cricket and said, "Do me. Come on. Do me. I want to be young again." But it didn't work. The cricket did what she could, but he couldn't be young again, no matter what the cricket did. If I could have one wish, said the old man. And then for a long time he said nothing. And the cricket did what she could, and he said nothing for a long time. And then he got very angry. He got angry with himself, with old age. He got angry because he couldn't be young anymore. And then he got angry with the cricket. "I thought you knew what to do." "I thought you knew what to do." And because he was so angry, he was unfair, and he was rough, violent, he couldn't be young anymore, but he was still strong and heavy. And in the end, he tore out one of the cricket's feelers.
Now Inge and Ava, the two stewardesses, are eating number 25 and number 6. And the conversation picks up briefly again because they talk about the sunset when flying west. They talk about nightfall over the clouds, the end of the day torn and stretched apart, strange and long. And they talk about sunrise when flying east. They talk about daybreak over the clouds, red and unreal, a sunrise which the plane is flying into, a dawn torn, crushed and squeezed, and still how beautiful it is.
And then they're silent again, this time for a long time, both thinking. Sometimes they glance at the Chinese carpet on the wall with the golden dragon. The waitress asks, "Would you like anything else to drink?"
"Would you like anything else to drink?"
No, thank you.
Smile. All three smile.
The waitress, 26, from the Gulf of Tonkin, and one stewardess, Ava, dark hair, 28, and the other stewardess, Inga, blonde, 31. All three smile. The waitress walks past.
Ava, the dark-haired stewardess, is eating her number 25, Bobby Pop. And Inga, the blonde one, is eating her number 6, the Thai soup.
You want to try this, Ava?
Yeah, sure, Inga.
She slurps the soup off the spoon.
Ava slurps the soup off the spoon. The best Asian soup I ever had was in San Francisco.
Yeah?
Yes, in San Francisco. Wonderful. Tastes really good. Wonderful.
Yes, it is, isn't it? And then at the bottom of the bowl, in among the lemongrass and the Thai ginger and the lemon leaves and the tomatoes and the button mushrooms, Inga finds a tooth. A bloody tooth. Lying in the bottom of the bowl. The tooth. A tooth. A whole tooth. Slightly bloody, decayed. A human incisor. That's disgusting, says the dark one. I'm not eating one more bite.
A human incisor. That's disgusting. I'm not eating one more bite. I'm leaving, we're leaving, I'm not staying a minute longer. Disgusting, that is disgusting. A tooth, a bloody tooth in the soup. Are you coming? You're not coming. Stands up, walks, storms out.
The blonde woman, 31, stays. On the spoon in front of her, the tooth with the nasty hole. She contemplates the tooth.
Other people find a golden ring in the stomach of a fish.
Other people find a diamond in the high grass.
In the Asian Thai Vietnamese restaurant, the Golden Dragon, the wound in the boy's mouth will not stop bleeding.
It's really bleeding.
Well, let me have another look.
It's been bleeding the whole time.
Show me. Oh, we have to cinch it. Maybe we have to cinch it to stop the bleeding.
The tooth, where's the tooth? What if we just stick the tooth back in the hole?
The tooth's gone.
Gone!
Gone.
Where's the tooth?
Where did it go? It must be somewhere. Did it fall on the floor? It must be in the handbag of a blonde woman about 30 on the way up the stairs into her apartment at night. A lipstick, a door key, makeup, aspirin, tampons, a pen, a telephone, a little address book, handkerchiefs, old movie tickets, Japanese matches, cigarettes, a receipt, cardigan, a cheap pair of sunglasses from Gillet, wrapped in a red paper napkin, the human incisor, badly decayed. The boy puts his head back and the old man tries to plug the hole in his upper jaw. The old man says, "What is that?"
What is that?
B3, Heo Zhao Zhao, Vietnamese specialty. Fried pork marinated in lemongrass with pineapple, tomatoes, Vietnamese mushrooms, bamboo shoots, onions, garlic, and sesame with steamed rice.
It can't be.
What?
It can't be.
What?
There's someone there.
What?
There's someone in there.
Where?
In the hole.
In the grocery, next to the restaurant, the Golden Dragon. The man in the striped shirt is still sticking around. He opened a bottle of vodka while he was in the shop, and now he's standing next to the scales and the cash register, and he's drinking with the grocer, Hans.
Hans is saying, let her go then. Then let her go, you know? Hans, like the man in the striped shirt, has already had quite a few. Don't you know the saying?
No. I don't know it.
Goes something like, it's not worth getting upset over women. Or, you shouldn't go crazy because of a woman. Or, it's not worth letting a woman get you down. I don't know either, I can't get it right anymore. In the foil container under the counter, the smell still hangs in the room. The leftovers of number 103, twice fried beef, with bamboo shoots, onions, peppers, vegetables, hot. Anyway, I've got something special for you, maybe. Come with me.
Hans locks the shop from the inside. He goes behind the heavy shop counter and pulls open a drawer. At first glance is full of rubber bands and screws, and takes out a key. Come with me. He says, come with me, you're my friend. Come with me.
The cricket waits in the dark burrow of the ant for winter to end. She waits and waits, but she's lost all sense of time since she last saw the sun. She can't say how long it's been. Sometimes she thinks, maybe winter is long past. Maybe outside, it's been summer for a long time.
In the Golden Dragon, number 41, Thai chicken. Crispy baked filet of chicken breast with bamboo shoots, onions, peppers, lemongrass, lemon leaves, and red curry sauce. Very hot.
It can't be.
What?
It can't be.
What?
There's someone there.
What?
There's someone in there. In the hole where the young Chinese boy's tooth was, a whole group of people are sitting in a circle.
Why do you never call? Call us. We've been waiting so long for your call.
In the wound that won't stop bleeding sit my mother, my father, my aunt, my uncle, and a couple more people. Why do you never call? You should call us. We've been waiting so long for your call.
I'm worried, says the mother. I'd at least like to know whether you got there.
And my father says, I'd at least like to know where you are, my son.
Where are you, my son?
I'm in the Golden Dragon, in the kitchen. And Uncle has pulled out one of my teeth.
A tooth? That's terrible. Tell us.
Yes, it's terrible.
Tell us, are you making good money?
Yes, Uncle. I know, you'll get it all back.
And your sister? Have you found your sister yet?
Oh, I've got to go. I'm sorry. All the best. Goodbye.
Well, goodbye, my boy, and take care of yourself. Have you found your sister yet?
No, I've not found her yet, but I don't know where I'm supposed to look.
Take care of yourself, boy. Take care of yourself. How was the journey?
I've got to go now. It's bleeding so much. The journey, yes. Well, another time, maybe. Goodbye.
Goodbye, boy, and take care of yourself. A young man approached the aunt and said, "Got that cricket in your apartment? What does it cost for an hour?" A little later, the young man was alone in a room with the little cricket. There wasn't much there. A bed, a table, a chair. "You know," he said, "my girlfriend's pregnant, and I didn't want the child. And since she's been pregnant, I can't touch her anymore. I find it repulsive. And then I had to find a new job because otherwise there isn't enough money for 3. And now I have to feed all of us. And I think I deserve something really special for myself. I think I deserve something really special. And now I'm going to let myself have it." And then he treated the cricket not like a cricket, but like a thing that could be paid for. It doesn't matter if it gets broken. He probably treated the cricket the way he would have liked to treat his pregnant wife. And when the aunt saw what the young man had done to the cricket, he said, "You can't come back, or you can come back. But for what you want, you have to pay a lot more. Triple."
Night in the apartment of the 2 stewardesses. Inga, the blonde stewardess, sits at a table alone in the dark. They only light the glow of the street lamp outside. She has yet to take off her uniform, the dark blue skirt, the tights, the high-heeled shoes, the scarf. Lying in the glow of the street lamp is the tooth. The tooth has a hole in it. It lies on the table in front of her. The hole runs through the entire tooth and incised her. It's possible to see right through the hole. She's still wearing her uniform, the tights, the skirt. Normally, whenever she gets home after such a long flight, she gets undressed straight away. The tights, the shoes. How did the tooth get in the soup? Thai soup number 6, Thai soup with chicken, coconut, Thai ginger, hot. Who did the tooth belong to? How much pain the owner of that tooth must have felt. She calls out to her roommate, Ava.
Ava?
But Ava doesn't hear her. She's in the room next door. Her boyfriend's there. The tooth lies on the table. The blonde woman puts the tooth in her mouth. The tooth tastes a little bit like Thai soup and a little bit like blood. Her tongue feels for the hole in the strange tooth. And then she puts the tooth back on the table. What is she going to do with it? She can't throw it away.
The grocer lives right above his shop. You only have to go up one flight of stairs. The man in the striped shirt says, "Yeah, I've never been inside your apartment."
The shopkeeper says, "You've never been inside my apartment."
No.
Really?
Never.
Really?
Never.
Come on in. Come on in.
This is...
What?
It can't be.
Why?
The man in the striped shirt opens another beer and walks incredulously around the grocer's apartment. It can't be.
Why? What is...
The grocer's apartment is not an apartment, but a kind of warehouse. It's stacked to the ceiling with provisions, rice, noodles, pasteurized milk, salt, sugar, all over the place. Everything's full of it. This isn't an apartment.
Why?
It's a warehouse.
Warehouse? What kind of warehouse?
A storeroom for provisions. Everything here is full.
Provisions are important. Provisions are more than important. Summer, nobody thinks about it. But in the winter, when it gets cold...
You'd have to dig a tunnel to get through.
Inga, the blonde flight attendant at the table at night. No light. They only light the glow of the street lamp. The tooth lies on the table in front of her. The tooth casts a shadow. What to do with it? I can't throw it away, but I can't keep it either. In the room next door, Ava says to her boyfriend,
You know what? Tonight at the Golden Dragon downstairs, Inga found a tooth in her soup.
What kind of soup?
The Chinese place downstairs. The Thai soup, number 6. A human tooth.
I've never found a tooth in my soup.
When Ava and her boyfriend first met, he said to her, You look like a Barbie doll.
You look like a Barbie doll.
And when they got together, she said to him, Now you're the Barbie fucker. Now you're the Barbie fucker.
Oh, yeah. I'm the Barbie fucker. Short pause. How was the flight?
How was the flight? The Barbie fucker asks now. The flight was okay. Everything was fine until Inga found that tooth in her soup.
Shall we go to bed?
Ava in bed with her boyfriend, who she calls the Barbie fucker, lying on the table in front of the blonde woman, the tooth.
It's getting late. The granddaughter rings her grandfather's doorbell. Grandfather, there was something else I wanted to tell you.
Yes, what is it, my child? What is it? What's the matter? What's the matter?
I'm going to have a baby.
A baby. So?
I'm going to have a baby, but I don't want it. I wish everything was like it was before.
The cricket in the little room in the burrow of the ant. There's not much here. Chair, table, bed. Sometimes she thinks, Winter must be long past. She wants to see if it's summer yet, but she's afraid that something will happen on the way, that she won't get out in one piece.
In the Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese restaurant, the Golden Dragon, the boy will not stop bleeding.
If we could find the tooth.
The tooth is gone.
Number 30, Bobby Crane, fried noodles with chicken, shrimp, coconut, and vegetables, medium hot.
I'm really cold.
He's really pale.
So cold, and it's always warm in here.
Warm, warm, yes, from the gas stove. It's warm in here.
It's cold in here.
That's your circulation.
Did you call your mom through the hole in your tooth?
Yeah, that's it, your circulation.
No,
You ought to call her more often.
number 71, raw, served on a hot iron skillet, good with garlic, fresh chili, and vegetables. And then the boy falls off his stool.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
Hey,
what's wrong? What's the matter with you?
Night, in the apartment of the grocer Hans. Hans, and the man in the striped shirt, who today is separated permanently from his wife, who met another man at choir rehearsal. They are listening to very loud music. It's very loud, and they are almost totally drunk. Almost totally. The apartment is dark, as if the windows have been covered, but the windows have not been covered. There's just shelving in front of them, shelves and cupboards, and they're all full of stuff. There are 2 sofas in one corner of the room where it's a single reading lamp. They sit on the sofas, and they are so drunk, they can hardly move.
In the kitchen of the Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese restaurant, the Golden Dragon, the boy is white as snow.
White like a lily.
white like cherry blossom.
He's dead.
He's bled to death. Oh, poor boy. Oh, poor boy.
Number B5, Bo Jiao Jiao, fried beef with Chinese leaf, bamboo shoots, Vietnamese mushrooms, onions, garlic, lemongrass, and lemon leaves.
The young Chinese boy has bled to death. And he's lying on the floor next to the red and blue propane tanks in the tiny kitchen of the Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese restaurant, the Golden Dragon.
The cricket in the little room in the burrow of the ant. There's not much here. A chair, a table, a bed. Sometimes she thinks, maybe winter is long past. She wants to see if it's summer yet. She's afraid that something will happen to her on the way, that she won't get out in one piece.
Ava, the dark-haired flight attendant, and her boyfriend. I've always called it the Barbie fucker. And at first he may have thought it was funny. Then he didn't think it was so funny anymore. And then he thought it was funny again. I know it's a stupid word, Barbie fucker, and I don't know why I keep calling him that. I'm too young for him. I wonder what he feels when he touches my young body. When I touch his body, I can feel his age. He's good looking. He's an attractive man. But I can feel the age of his skin. I like him a lot. Maybe I hate him at the same time, too. Or I hate myself, and that's why I keep calling him that. If I could be something completely different from what I am. If I could be something completely different from what I have to be, another person. If I could have one wish. If I wasn't the flight attendant and the Barbie fucker's lover anymore, and the Barbie fucker wasn't the Barbie fucker anymore, if we could swap, then I would be the still attractive pilot who's flown across every border to every country on earth. And he would be the pretty flight attendant who's currently spending her life in a droning cylinder 33,000 feet above sea level handing out meals. What would that be like? In the kitchen of the Golden Dragon, the Chinese boy, the new one, who was looking for his sister or had looked for her, lies dead on the floor next to the gas bottles, bled to death in a heartbeat.
What should we do with him?
He can't.
You can't stay here.
He can't just lie there.
Oh, my boy.
They wrapped the dead Chinese boy in a carpet, which they took off the wall out front in a moment when there was no one else in the restaurant. It's the carpet with the golden dragon, which the dead Chinese boy always wanted to get a closer look at because there aren't any carpets like that where he comes from. And now it's too late.
Oh, my boy, my boy.
The restaurant is closing. The light goes out, and outside the doors go out the red paper lanterns and the neon sign. One of the cooks locks the door from the outside. The rest leave by the back door. They carry on their shoulders a heavy, rolled-up carpet. It's a warm night.
The cricket had thought that maybe the ant had fallen asleep despite all the noise. That's why she came out of the room at 1:30. But the ant was not asleep. He was awake, or almost still awake, and there was a man with him, a visitor, a man in a striped shirt who was awake. They were both sitting there, drinking and smoking, and the music was so loud it was almost unbearable.
Suddenly there's a young Asian girl standing in the room. Suddenly there's a young Asian girl standing in the room. I say, "Hey, where did you come from?"
He says, "Hey, where did you come from?"
Hey, where? Where did you come from? Tell me. Hans, where did she come from? Hans, wake up, look who's here. Hans, where did you get her from? Hans has fallen asleep. Hans, wake up. Look who's here.
The man in the striped shirt tells the cricket how beautiful she is. "Come here," he says. "Sit down here." He's completely drunk. There's something wounded, rough, malevolent in his drunken look. A look the cricket already knows.
No. It's all right. You don't need to be afraid. Look, I'm sitting here with Hans, with my friend Hans. We've had a bit to drink, yeah, but there's no law against it. Honestly, sweetheart. Oh, I accidentally spilled some beer.
He accidentally spills some beer. Not so bad. I'll clean it up later.
What did you say? What did you say?
Not so bad. I'll clean it up later.
There's no need to be afraid. Not of me. You look so beautiful. With those thin arms and legs, you know what you look like? You look like a grasshopper. A Chinese grasshopper. Amazing. What a vision. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, a whole faraway continent is standing in the room. You bring thousands of years of history with you. History. You understand? China. Great Wall. The deserts, the Forbidden City, the Silk Road, the invention of gunpowder and the printing press. That's all China. 1 billion Chinese. That's where you're from, right? China? Come here. Come here. Sit down. Well, Pop, come here.
Night in the city, outdoors, on a bridge over a river. The 4 Asians from the Golden Dragon and the dead young man rolled up in the carpet that used to hang on the wall in their restaurant. You really want to throw him in the water?
Where else can we take him?
I don't know, somewhere, but this isn't right.
Should we just leave him lying somewhere? Leave him lying somewhere in the street?
I hope they're not going to throw me off the bridge. I'm asking myself what it'd be like to fall off of this bridge.
No, don't leave him lying in the street. What's going to happen to him if we leave him lying in the street?
Oh, the poor thing.
I hope they're not going to throw me off the bridge.
Let's just throw him off the bridge.
Off the bridge?
Yes, we'll throw him off the bridge.
They heave the carpet up onto the railing. They have to turn it around again. And then they unroll it. Ah, there it is again, the Golden Dragon. I always wanted to get a closer look at it. I can almost reach out after it. The carpet flutters briefly in the wind. Farewell. I fall from the bridge into the water. My body plunges into the cold river. Water rushes inside me through the hole in my tooth, and I swim for home. The river picks me up and carries me along mile after mile. It flushes me to the North Sea. A current carries me northward, past Finland and then Norway and Russia. I move through the icy Arctic Sea, and if the sea is frozen over, I move along underneath the ice. Maybe a fish is pulling me, or a whale. Past the whole of Russia, the whole of Siberia, I drift along, moving through the North Sea. It's a long journey. It's a very long journey. I cross the Bering Straits and the Bering Sea, and then comes the Kamchatka Peninsula. Not far now, soon I'll be home, past Japan in the distance in the gray light of dawn, and shortly before evening, that same day, China. I'm there. I'm almost home. Only another 1,800 miles upstream along the Yellow River, upstream along the Hunghe, upstream along the Yellow River through 3 provinces, first west, then north, and then I'm home. But what do I look like? How long was I traveling for? Weeks? Months? Years? I could have been traveling for years. What do I look like? No flesh left on my bones, washed clean by the salt water and the river water. A few algae. Maybe not a pretty sight. I'm happy to be home again. I'm hungry. Hello, my dear honored uncle. I'm sorry, all that money, all those notes you all collected for me, you'll never see it again. Nope, you'll never see it again. But I did the return trip for nothing. Nothing at all. It's all on my own. Oh, dear mother. How white your dark hair is becoming. And father died 2 years ago. How sad. My sister. No, I never found my sister. I'm sorry, it wasn't easy. I don't know what happened to her. Who knows where she is, or who she's with, or what she has to do there for her money. Maybe someone's taken her in. Maybe she's cleaning somewhere, she's dancing. Has she never called? Maybe she can't call. Maybe where she is right now there's no phone. Maybe. Perhaps she'd rather not call. She'd rather save up her money and she'll be in touch soon. I always had the feeling that she was really close by. And perhaps she's well. How am I? Fine. All right. I lost a tooth. It hurt right from the start. And it kept hurting just after we set off. And it kept hurting until they took it out. In the back. In the Golden Dragon. with red pliers.
In the apartment of the grocer Hans. Hans had just fallen asleep on the sofa. Are you crazy? Look what you've done to her. Look at that. Look at all the blood. God. Oh my God. She's not an animal.
Man in the striped shirt. Muted. Not sober. He's not really interested. Sorry. 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 I'm sorry.
Oh God. What did you do to her?
Yeah, sorry. Just happened. Sorry.
How is she ever going to... How is she supposed to... Are you drunk or something? You've completely ruined her. Totally ruined. Listen, my boy. You're gonna pay for this. You can't just... You're gonna pay me for this! The poor thing! The shopkeeper cries.
Inga, the blonde stewardess in her apartment. She takes the tooth off the table, puts it in her jacket pocket, and leaves the apartment. On the first floor landing, loud music is throbbing. That's the door to the grocer's apartment. Not a soul on the street. The city at night. Lights in the windows, not much traffic. She's soon on the bridge. The Chinese come toward her. Or are they Vietnamese? The whole family, if they really are a family, from the Golden Dragon. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Is it still up at this time?
Yes, just going for a little walk.
Politely. And you! Still up at this time? It's late.
Yes, it's late, but I'm not tired.
Not tired.
Oh, no, not tired. She could now say, look, I found this tooth in my soup today. The Thai soup. Thai soup, number 6. Thai soup with chicken, coconut, Thai ginger, tomatoes, button mushrooms, lemongrass, and lemon leaves hot in your restaurant, the Golden Dragon. But she doesn't say this.
Well, have a nice evening.
Thanks. You too. Good night.
Good night.
The woman on the bridge. The Chinese have disappeared. She takes the tooth out of the jacket pocket of her stewardess's uniform. She puts the tooth in her mouth again. Now the tooth no longer tastes of Thai soup and no longer of blood. The woman on the bridge spits the tooth out. Like a cherry stone, I spit the tooth out. The tooth in the air, briefly, but then the darkness under the bridge swallows the tooth up. The blonde woman can neither see nor hear the tooth disappear. No sound, no ripple on the water. No one apart from the blonde woman knows that on the bottom of the riverbed there now lies a tooth. The tooth has gone, as if it had never been.